Very good morning, cadets. Hope you are all doing well. We are in chapter number 5. Okay, and chapter number 5 deals about growing up of boys and girls. This is related to So we are in chapter number 5. Chapter number 5 deals about women change the world. Okay, in this chapter we already completed few topics. The topics which are completed the last few classes. I request all of you, please do this activity of what comes to your brain regarding the image of a farmer, factory worker, nurse, scientist, a pilot, a teacher. Okay, a very important activity, so that what is our social understanding related to the particular job, that is what we feel. Then we also gone through the opportunities, expectations of the people. Expectations means we expect only the male can do the jobs which require physical fitness, and women are fit to take care or taking care of children. And we studied about the story of Lakshmi Lakra, a very inspirational story. Lakshmi Lakra selected to become the railway engine driver, a different job than all women prefer. So we have gone through the storyboard. Then very important, that is the story of Rasundara Devi, Ramabai, Pandita Ramabai and Rasundara Devi. So we have gone through all these topics. I am just going through the slide so that you understand where we stopped in the last class. Okay, and this is the last topic which I explained to you, that this is a table which explains the percentage of boys and girls who leave from school to the who belongs to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. School drop out because of various reasons. Now let us see here, we'll go through this one. Total number of boys. Okay, the total number of boys, SC, ST, all girls, SC, ST girls, and total. The dropout, you see the dropout rate here is huge. Okay, so dropout, you see the dropout, it is quite huge compared to the dropout of total. That means a large number of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe boys and girls, they leave the school due to various reasons. You have probably noticed that in the above table that SC, ST girls leave school at a rate that is higher than category of all girls. So when you see the category of all girls, the figure was less. This means that girls who are from Dalit and Adivasi background, now Dalit is scheduled caste, Adivasi, the tribal people, are less likely to remain in the school. Means there is a less percentage of Dalits and Adivasi girls who continue school. In 2001 census also found Muslim girls are less likely than Dalit and Adivasi girls. So religious minorities or Muslims, their dropout rate also quite high in compared to the other one. While Muslim girls are likely to stay in school around 3 years, girls from other communities spend around 4 years in the school. Now, what you have to do? What percentage of girls leave school at elementary level? This you have to get the answer from the table which is shown in the previous slide. At what level education do you see highest percentage of children leaving the school? Like we have primary education, secondary education, senior secondary education, graduation and post graduation. Okay, so in which level, that maybe in a high school level the drop off of girls may be more, or in a senior secondary, that is plus 2 or PUC, that level will be more, or in a graduation and post graduation, of course every naturally that is one stream study, but you have to understand what level the large number of percentage of dropout. Why do you think that percentage of Adivasi girls and boys are leaving higher than the other group? Now what you have to understand here, what you have to answer here, why Adivasi and the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, their school dropout is more when compared to general. Another reason is the lack of education among the parents, lack of facilities, poverty is one of the major reason. So you can definitely find out some reasons so that you can write answer to all these three activities. Cadets, it's very important that you please do all these activities so that your imagination or your social contact of understanding Indian society definitely will be enhanced. Okay. There are several reasons why children from Dalit and Adivasi and Muslim communities leave school in many parts of the country, especially in rural and poor areas. There are not even proper schooling nor teachers who teach on a regular basis. If a school is not close to the people's homes, and there is no transport like bus, vans, and parents may not willing to send their girls to school. This is one of the major reasons. So try to understand why there is a dropout. The dropout is mainly because of lack of infrastructure facility, means lack of schooling. And another important thing, school is very far from the residence, so it is very difficult to send girl children because the safety and security of girl children in the rural areas considered as utmost importance. Many families are too poor and unable to bear the cost of educating their children. What do you mean cost of educating their children is nothing but payment of school fees. Payment of school fees, purchasing of books and other related activities. So they need huge amount of money. So parents, they are unable to bear the expense. So that's the reason why they prefer that children should stay home. Boys may not get preference in this situation. Many children also leave school because they are discriminated against their teachers and classmates like Om Prakash Valmiki. Even the rarest of the rare cases you can see in the rural areas, teachers discriminate children on the basis of teachers and classmates discriminate children on the basis of economics and social status. So cadet is a very good lesson that if you are discriminating your classmates thinking that he is poor, he is not looking good, he is from a rich family, so this attitude we have to drop out, because we are not supposed to hurt the sentiment of any person. Now you see, from the given table, convert the figures of primary class children who leave school into a bar diagram. First 2% have already been converted for you, and the bar diagram on the left. Now you see, this is a bar diagram. In that you have to convert the percentage of figures of primary, secondary based on the school dropout. Means you can see here, this is below 0. Okay, this is 34%, this is 37%. So you have to convert this in figure of primary and higher who lived into school bar diagram based on this figure. Okay, based on this figure you have to convert that into bar diagrams. Hope you are able to take this figure and convert into bar diagram. Okay, let us move to the next topic. So every now and then you may be heard the name of Medha Patkar, social activist. So several social activists, they still are fighting for the women empowerment or the rights of women. So women movement. Women and girls now have the right to study and go to the school. There are other spheres like legal reforms, violence and health, where the situation of women and girls has improved. So today, girls' education, now take for example one of the finest example that Sainik School Bijapur, now the Ministry of Defence taken a great initiative of admitting girl children to Sainik schools. So our school is one such pioneer school which admitted girl children in the class 6. So there are a lot of reforms. Coming up nowadays. As a result, 100 years before or 60-70 years or during independence, the condition of women and today's condition of women has improved a lot. These changes have not happened automatically. So don't think any positive change come its own. Definitely there is a hard work of a person. For example, we call APJ Abdul Kalam as a missile man of India. So don't think missile is automatically produced. It's not like that. Several scientists of ISRO, DRDO, they are all involved under the leadership of even APJ Abdul Kalam, and finally they were succeeded in producing missiles. So before getting a result, definitely hard work involved. Women individually and collectively have struggled to bring about these changes. This struggle is known as women's movement. This struggle is known as women movement. Individual women and women's organization from the different parts of the country are the part of this movement. Many men support the women's movement as well as the diversity, passion and the effort of those involved makes it very vibrant movement. Different strategies have been used to spread awareness, fight discrimination and seek justice. So various strategies were involved in which they spread awareness, fight against discrimination and fight for justice. So the major aim of this struggle, women's movement, is to demand for equality, fight against discrimination, please write down all these points, and spread awareness about women's rights and seek justice for women. So recently what happened in Uttar Pradesh, you can see a lot of movements. Few years back, the issue of Delhi gang rape case. So a lot of social activists, social organization, they definitely fought for the rights. Okay, campaigns to fight discrimination and violence against women are important part of women's movement. Campaign also led to a new law beginning. A law was passed in the year 2006. This is we speak about Domestic Violence Act. Face physical and mental violence within their homes, also called as Domestic Violence Act, or a legal protection. This you will study in the class 8th in detail. So in 2006, the government of India passed a law in which women are protected from violence. What kind of violence? Physical violence, mental violence. Physical violence is nothing but beating and all those things. Mental violence means threatening, blackmailing is part of mental violence. Scolding, abusing is a mental violence. So women face violence not only in the society women face violence within their homes also. Father, brother, husband. So women are protected even in their homes. That is what we speak about Domestic Violence Act. Domestic means within the home. So Domestic Violence Act, one of the fantastic or one of the empowering act which protects women within their own domestic area, means within their own homes, from any kind of violence from men. Similarly, there efforts were made by the women's movement led by the Supreme Court to formulate guidance in 1997 to protect women against sexual harassment at workplace and within the educational institution. So women are protected in their workplace as well as in the school and colleges. In the 1980s, for example, women's group across the country spoke out against dowry deaths. Dowry of course you may be knowing, is a very popular term. Dowry is nothing but the money or cash or any kind of gift provided during the time of marriage. Cases of young brides being murdered by their in-laws or husbands greedy for more dowry. Women groups spoke out against the failure to bring these cases to justice, because dowry deaths generally they are the deaths within the family. So because of that, very rarely such cases come out. So in-laws of husband, father-in-law, mother-in-law, they definitely involve in the harassment of getting more and more dowry. They did so by coming on the streets, approaching their court, and by sharing information. Eventually this became a public issue in the newspaper and society, and the dowry laws were changed to punish the families who seek the dowry death. So Supreme Court, the Honorable Supreme Court passed a law that in case of the dowry death, criminal case can be registered against the family. Satyarani, an activist member of women's movement, sitting in the steps of Supreme Court, surrounded by legal files, gathered around the course of long battle to seek justice for her daughter who was murdered for dowry. You can see a old lady. She is sitting in front of Supreme Court seeking justice for her daughter who was murdered for dowry by the in-laws. An important part of women's movement work is to raise public awareness on women's rights issues. Their messages has been spread through street plays, songs and music. This is how the campaigning is done, because you can see a lot of posters. After the posters are done, generally these posters are displayed, then they do street play, then they involve in jatas, dharnas and all those things. The women movement's rights its voice when violation against women take place in public place. When law or policy acts against their interest, public rallies and demonstrations are very powerful way of drawing attention for injustice, showing solidarity. This women movement is also about showing solidarity with other women. On March 8, that celebrated at International Women's Day. Please write down this. So March 8 is International Women's Day. Women are holding candles to demonstrate the solidarity between the people of India and Pakistan. Every year in August, several thousands of people gather in Wagah border of India and Pakistan for the cultural union. So this is about this particular chapter. I'll quickly go through the question and answers. Why do you think stereotype about women cannot do affect the right to equality? List any one reason why learning alphabet was so important for Rasundar Devi and Ramabai and Rokia Shekhawat Hussain. Third, poor girl drop out of school because they are not interested in getting an education. Reread the last paragraph on the page 22 and explain why this statement is not true. Can you describe two methods of struggle that the women's movement used to raise the issues? If you had to organize struggle against stereotype about what women can or cannot do, what method would you employ to form the ones that have read about? Why should you choose this particular method? Write down all these terminologies. Stereotype. When we believe that people belonging to a particular group based on religion, wealth are bound to have certain fixed characteristics or can only do certain type of work, we create a stereotype. For example, in this chapter we saw how boys and girls are made to take certain subject not because he or she has an aptitude for it, because they are either boys or girls. Stereotypes prevent us from looking at people as unique individuals. Discrimination. When we do not treat people equally or with respect, we are indulging in discrimination. It happens when people or organization act on the prejudice. Discrimination usually takes place when we treat some people one differently, make a distinction. Please write down these points. Violation, violation. When someone forcefully breaks, violation of rules and regulations. So we can show that he is committed violation of rule. Sexual harassment. It refers to physical or verbal behavior that is of sexual nature against the wishes of women. Okay, quickly let us go through the question and answer. How do you think stereotype about women can or cannot do affect women's right? Answer. Stereotype about women can or cannot do affect women's right to equality. They do not get same support from that of boys get. Means in a home, okay, they are considered inferior to men. They are not sent to the educational institutions. They are promoted to see marriage as their future instead of higher studies. They are not paid equally to men for the same work. They are assigned household work as their priority job. Question number 2. List any one reason why learning alphabet was so important to women like Rasundar Devi and Ramabai and Ruqya Sakhawat Hussain. Rash Sundar Devi, Ramabai and Ruqya are able to achieve their goals only by education. They were able to put an impact on the society by writing their ideas or stories or getting up schools through which can be never achieved without learning. Thus, learning the alphabet was so important because it will not only help them in their day or day-to-day social life but also help them in pursuing their education as well as dream. Poor girls drop out of school because they are not interested in getting an education. Reread the statement. Poor girls drop out of school because they are not interested in getting education. It is not true, because in many parts of the country, especially in rural and poor areas, there may not even proper school or not teachers who teach on regular basis. Parents are not willing to send their girl children to a distant school due to lack of transportation. Unable to bear the cost of education. Boys get preference over girls for seeking education. Sometimes the teachers and classmates discriminate. Can you describe two methods that women movement used to raise issues? If you had organized a struggle against stereotype, what women can do or cannot do, what method would you employ? This one that you have read about. Why would you choose a particular method? Means campaigning method. What method you will use? That is what you have to write, and you have to also explain why you are using that method. Okay, that is what the justification you have to provide. The two methods of struggle about women movement used to raise issues: campaigning, protesting. Okay, campaigning. It is an important part of women movement which is used to fight discrimination and violence against women. Women work in organized and collective manner to achieve their certain specific goal. Protesting. Women use public rallies, demonstrations as very powerful weapon for drawing attention to injustice by the method of protesting. The women movement raises its voice when violation against women take place. I would choose campaigning as a method to struggle stereotypes. In this method, we used to get clear idea about thought of people about they want to seek justice for the discrimination against women. We got familiar with their options about stereotypes and their methods of eradication right from the society level. It is also peaceful and organized method. So cadets, with this the chapter number 5 is completed, that is women change the world. So please make a list. This is what women change the world. Chapter number 5 is completed. Activity apart from the question and answers, please make a list of women achievers of India. Okay, so please do that so that you get an idea how the women empowerment is promoted in India. Thank you very much. Please write down and complete all the topics. Okay, thank you. I'll meet you in the next chapter. Bye. Take care.